As always, shout out Green Light Views.
What's up, everybody? This is Jonathan Green. I just want to say welcome to the Green Light Views podcast. Very excited, man. You know, the first episode going on, and it's only right to, have my first guest. But first of all, I want to give a shout out to the Browns family for providing this, this space right here. And I want to shout out CB, everybody, the whole family. They family to me. And I'm just excited to get it started. Been doing this for a long time, since 2017. So. This has been a huge representation on pretty much everything I've been doing in my life, and Green Light Views has been a huge part of excelling the athletes, growing their platforms from different scales of life. So I just want to say shout out to everybody that's been supporting. Continue to stay tuned. But first of all, this person don't need an introduction, honestly, but I prepared an introduction for him. I want to go ahead and start off with saying two-time gold medalist winner, USA. Also state champion, SIAA MVP, McDonald's All-American, been a huge influence to me and inspiration to me. Mikel Brown Jr, man. Just want to say excited to have you on board, man, and just want to, first of all, establish that this is not even an interview, man. Like, this is honestly like just a conversation between us,
Absolutely. I mean, it's family to me, so
Yes,
to be able to, speak with you in this platform, in this atmosphere, and in my household, I'm truly blessed, man.
Yes, sir. So, man, I just want to get things started and go ahead and jump into some things, from the beginning. So I like to start from the beginning. So let's go ahead and start from the first moment we met each other. Playing with Southeast Elite, Coach Ricks. I would say the first thing was actually it started way before then. Playing with, I believe it was a prep school. I've seen you playing against Osmar Christian.
Yeah,
like,
NTSI, I think it was called.
NTSI, yeah. So, man, that started with, visuals. I've seen him on the court. I'm like, yo, who's this young kid playing on the court right now? I'm like, and, it's a high-level game. We got high-level guys on the floor. And my expectation was, let me see if he can hold his own out there, But not only holding your own, you control the pace. You played with a sense of urgency, and you just had the mindset off the rip. So tell me that first experience, playing playing on a varsity level, on a national level, with the big guys. So
yeah, I think at that time, I've always been used to playing up. Even that, dating back to when I first started playing in a rec league. When I was like 6 years old, I would always play with the 7 and 8 year olds. Moving up, I was 10 years old, and I'll be playing with the 13 and 14 year olds. I think playing up for me has always been just natural, just because like I love competition and I love to compete and I love challenges. And playing up is obviously a challenge. It's not easy. The game is faster. Reads are quicker. More physical. And I think, me playing up from a young age is kind of, I already built that foundation of just used to playing against older guys. So when I got out there in the post-grad atmosphere with NTSI, man, they gave me an opportunity to just play on the team. I practiced with them all the time, and, I proved myself in those practices, and, they gave me an opportunity to go out there and hoop. So definitely the vibe is definitely, different. It was different at that time. Man, like I just said, like it's a challenge. It's a challenge to be able to play against those guys as an 8th grader. Like I said, the game is fast, the reads are quicker, And it's just overall, it just helped in my development. And, you know, now the stuff that I used to do is kind of second nature to me now, and it's just natural to me now. So I think I benefited from playing up all my life. So.
Bro, that's perfect. So, like, man, like, honestly, like, my honest opinion, when I first seen you, I'm like, I really wanted to, like, connect with a young guy, you know, and just wanted to see, you know, the difference between, like, a kid that's serious about working and things like that. So I just wanted to literally, like, explore and see if I can, you know, view talent from a different lens, you know. Like, I've seen a lot of guys. I've been doing this for a long time. And not a lot of kids have the type of mentality and seriousness about the game. So that made me like leech on to, you know, the mentality, a part of you. So that showed me that, you know, that the hunger you had. So I loved your work ethic from the jump. So I wanted to be a part of that. You know, I wanted to, you know, draw in close to those things. So man, the first experience coming seeing you work out, you know, with Pops CB. Just explain like how that was always like a you know, always a mentality of you know, your work ethic.
Yeah, something that I just built up ever since I started playing. You know, my dad was like, if you're gonna take this serious, we're gonna take this serious. We're not just gonna, you know, just be in here for fun. Like, if you want to really take it serious and you want to really, you know, achieve your dreams, we're gonna do this thing. So it just started from right then and there, man. Nothing's easy, and my dad just kept preaching to me that, you know, from the beginning, like, man, you ain't getting nothing for free. Nothing's going to be given to you. You're going to have to go and earn every single thing that you've worked for. So just having that mentality every time I step on the floor, every time I work out, you know, just being able to fight through fatigue and fight through adversity. I think, you know, from an early age, you know, Pops is always on me constantly about just details and, you know, going hard and just pushing myself to the maximum, to the limit. And that's ultimately how I've gotten to this point, and I'm gonna continue to, you know, have that same mentality.
That's tough, man. So I would just want to jump right into a couple of things, you know, that we went through, you know, with Greenlight Views, you know, starting with, you know, the mixtapes, you know, the Instagram mixes and things like that. So I wanted to honestly know your honest opinion on your favorite mixes, and, you know, starting with your sophomore year, you know, your junior year. So go ahead, give me a couple, you know, reruns in your mind if you got some.
The really is, I'll just probably say like the team one. I don't even think like myself, like that first team when I first played with Southeast Elite with, you know, me, I don't know, I hope I don't forget anybody, but me, Cole, Jalen Robinson, Jaden Hastings, Nigel Cook, Uchenna, VJ.
Yeah.
How could I miss that? VJ. That whole squad, Chris Harris, that whole squad, that mixtape where you know, vibes in like that vibe in LA, yeah, that mix was just different because you just showed the aspect of like how we bonded together off the court. You know, going, you know, we was in Vegas, we'll just go outside together as a group. Right. You know, just go walk around and enjoy time. Yeah. And just vibe with each other, and then you transitioned it to the court. And it's just all of us just, you know, hooping. And I think that definitely was my best mix. But if you want to talk about me personally,
yeah, I'd
probably say the mixtape, my first mixtape that you made for me.
Okay.
I think it's just iconic. Like that buzzer beater at Live On at the end of the mixtape. Yeah, is just iconic for me. Every now and then, you know, I go back and go watch those mixtapes of, you know, when you first film, you know, like a whole season of myself and, you know, Southeast Elite, all of those mixes from, you know, Rock Hill to what other sessions did you come to?
I went to LA
and Rock Hill, I think were the main ones that you came to. So just watching those mixes and going back and watching those mixes, like, it's been a long way. To think that's
about 4
years ago.
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy, man.
Time flies. But yeah, I definitely would have to say my very first mixtape that you created for me. Like my official mixtape on YouTube, I think definitely was, you know, my favorite. So
okay, yeah. I mean, I never even took thought of like what was my favorite too. Like honestly, like as a kid, for sure, like the first mixtape was definitely like iconic. And I'm huge on music, man. Like I'm huge on
The
beats
music,
and things. So I had to really, when I was making those mixtapes, man, I was really sitting down trying to cook up something like.
Yeah, like, I mean, I remember, I still remember when we had that talk, and we was at an All-American camp, and you was just in my room, and we were just playing music, just constantly playing music, just trying to figure a vibe. Like I remember when I told you, like I listen to Timeless beats, like he be making those beats, and I listen to it. I still have them on my phone, Timeless.
Yeah, shout out
Like,
Timeless.
shout
man.
out Timeless, shout out Timeless for sure. Especially like 'cause I watched so much Baller's Life mixtape, so like I would get the beats from them and then put it on my phone because I'm like, nah, I mess with this beat. So like we had like a whole hour and a half talk about like what beats we can use for mixtapes and you know what beats do we like and what songs do we like to match with this certain type of mixtape. So I definitely remember that. I remember that day. Jalen Robinson was in the room. Shout out J-Rob.
Yeah, J-Rob, man. Shout out J-Rob. Man, actually, man, to mention that though, like people don't know, like behind the scenes, I got a whole huge backstory on that. So that was right after Rock Hill Champion.
Yep,
so
right after we stayed.
Yeah, so honestly, I took a huge risk, and I honestly didn't take I ain't tell nobody this risk, but right after that, Ricks was like, "Yo, we finna get ready to leave," and I'm like, "Dang, they got an All-American camp," so I'm like, "I want to stay back." And he was like, "Yeah, man, you can stay back, but you got to figure out a way back home." So I was like, "Hey, man, like I can't miss this, dog." So I was like, I ended up hitting you up one day. I was like, "Hey, man, you still got a room out there?"
Absolutely, you can stay. You stayed on the couch. That man
yes,
stayed
sir.
on the couch. Dedication.
I remember it was a late night too. I came in. It was super late.
You came in late night. Late night. Dedication.
Late night. And I remember we was the first ones in the gym the next day. So I'm like, yo, that just gave me the mindset of how you was. Like you was really serious. Yeah. Seriously coming in with that type of mindset. Like, yo, I'm the youngest kid in here. I got something to prove. So. Just off of that, like, show the bond between us. But this is just authentic vibe. Like, we was really just trying to like get work in, both of us, like, and really like, stay focused on what we had. So that was a fun experience for me, and and I know it was for you.
100%.
So that Rock Hill, that whole Rock Hill trip was fun. But I also want to shift gears and speak about just playing with VJ. Like, I know y'all played with each other for 2 years, so tell me that whole type of vibe. I know VJ being in the NBA right now, like, I know y'all always was tight, playing with each other, and the pretty much the connection showed throughout games.
Yeah, I mean, we still talk to this day. We have our our monthly 30 to 45 minute call about what's going on in our lives, and I ask him a whole bunch of questions because he's there. Like he's made it. So and he's being successful. So just ask him questions just because someday I'm gonna be there. So just constantly asking him questions on what's how do the guys what are their mindsets? So how do they go about your day? Like what's the routine? Like how's the traveling? Like how do you deal with constant travel? You play at home, then the next day you have to fly out to go play somebody on the West Coast. I just be asking him questions, and he helps me out a lot with that. And then on the other side, we it goes back to I'll say June we had a whole month off from AAU basketball, and I didn't play high school basketball that month because they have summer ball.
Yeah.
So I didn't play, so I was just working out. And I remember Coach Ricks telling me hey, we got this kid from down south in Fort Lauderdale, Miami area, that I think is gonna come play with us. And he showed me VJ, and VJ was playing on I don't want to disrespect the team, but he was playing on an independent team that he was, better than. He was just playing in local tournaments, just killing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, you need to be on a circuit with us.
Yeah.
So, we got that done, and this is when VJ had the patch in his head. He had the blonde patch in his head. The blonde patch in his head that boy played with no soles in his shoes. No soles in his shoes. No soles in his shoes.
Hey,
he
man.
will tell you. I could call him right now. He ain't played with no soles.
That's crazy.
That whole summer.
That's
Rock
crazy.
Hill and LA.
Hey, he from the Bahamas.
And he from the Bahamas. He from Bimini.
Yeah, he quote unquote said he was living off a
generator.
A generator.
Straight out of Bimini, man. Shout out VJ,
VJ
man.
definitely was a dog and worked hard, bro.
The dog, just, he just came in and just brought that energy and that intensity on both ends of the floor. Yeah. He's willing to guard the best player. He's also willing to, just play fast and also play his role, and that's what he did. And that ultimately led to him, being a guy. Like, he stayed humble, he stayed down, he stayed hungry, he kept working, and, that same, winter in high school season, he won MVP of the NIBC. So, player of the year. So, just to see his growth, and it was so fast. Like, he just got better just rapidly. Like, just to see his growth and see where he's at now, man, is great. And hopefully I'm going to see him very, very soon.
Yeah, y'all match up one day. Soon. Yep. So and that leads to, his athleticism is crazy, But with that athleticism, he was able to witness, and we all was able to witness the first bang out, man.
The first bang out.
First bang out was wild. That caught me off guard,
It caught a lot of people off guard. It caught everybody off guard.
Yeah. All I know is I remember CB jumping. I was like, oh,
he
snap.
Was jumping. He was going nuts.
Going crazy.
That first dunk was, I got it like an adrenaline rush because I didn't even yell. Like, I just didn't know what to say. Like, I was just stuck.
Yeah,
I
everybody
just
was.
dunked that, and I just got big eye. Like I tried to be like Russell Westbrook in the moment. Just don't even say nothing. Just cringe your face.
Yeah.
But yeah, that dunk. Ultimately, that game was crazy because VJ caught a body too.
Yeah, right next. Well, I won't say next possession, but a couple possessions.
Couple possessions later, he caught somebody. He got a block off the backboard and then turned around and boomed it on somebody.
Yeah.
So
facts. Yeah,
that game was wild. But yeah, that first bang out was crazy.
Yeah, that was definitely crazy, man. And honestly, like that, going through that whole entire season, it was a huge it was just a huge change of like the athleticism was going crazy. Like not even that dunk. You caught Derek Queen DQ later in the season. So it's just like all of that stacked up. So like how do you think that compare, like that really changed your game? Like did you started that switch went off in your head during that whole season?
The athleticism?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, once I seen one go in the rim, I just kind of I'm going to try everybody.
Yeah, I feel
that. Any chance I got. And another thing that I think just threw people off, like I jump off my right leg. I dunk with my left hand.
Yeah.
I don't dunk with my left.
I
don't dunk with my right hand left. I don't jump off my left leg. I just kind of catch people off guard with, jumping off my right because people just expect me to lay the ball up as a normal right-hander would do, lay the ball up with his left hand. But I catch a lot of people off guard. And I use that to my advantage. Anytime I'm on my left side, I'm going to try to punch you. So,
facts. Now, that was a crazy season, man. And honestly, like that kind of even led you to like, the camps, the Elite 24.
Elite 24, Euro camp.
Yep, Euro camp. And
top
all
100.
Yep, top 100.
All-American.
Yep, and that, drifting through that kind of shifted, everything that we had planned, going into OTE. I remember coming to your crib and shooting our second episode part.
Yep.
And stay tuned for that. A lot of footage to release for that.
Lots.
But let's just jump gears and talk about the OTE season, man. Like I remember, man, a couple of times. A lot of people don't even know this as well. Like I drove up there.
You did
a lot of times to Atlanta.
That's that dedication part.
Yeah.
That OTE season was great. Like
crazy experience.
It was a crazy experience, but it also was like that group alone that year. Almost everybody went D1. Everybody dang near went D1 that year. So just constantly playing against the best of the best definitely gave me an advantage. So
yeah, and it's like like that season went by so fast and everything happened. Starting from the game winner against the Boozers, and that was a crazy moment off the rip. Start the season, and then first game of the season right in front of Melo, going crazy. Like a lot of those things kind of just like was like a huge like turning point for you. So those is huge moments. Had some mixtapes dropped during that. During that time. I believe it was Fancy by Drake.
Fancy.
Yeah, Fancy by Drake. Shout out to you, man. People don't be knowing this, man. Mikel definitely got a good head on his shoulders, man, with the music, man. Like shout out to him with that, man. All the mixtapes songs be coming from him when he wanted. So
Yeah.
shout out to him, man. Like he really know music though.
I'm
like,
telling you.
so
I do music for real.
Yeah, for sure. And hey, man, it's a couple songs that we got in the works, coming in the future for sure. So want to move past that. So after that season OTE, going into Team Loaded, talk about that, that transition, becoming older, and now you having a team that you continue to grow and level up your game. So just talk about that experience,
That experience was great. Team Loader gave, my family and my dad the opportunity to coach, to be a head coach again. So to spend that last AAU season with him, and that last AAU season with dang near every single one of my homeboys, like Amari Bell, played with me throughout, our whole childhood. We played with each other from 5th grade all the way up to 17U. Jordan Tillery, who was on our 8th grade national championship team.
Shout out Jordan Tillery,
Shout out Jordan Tillery.
Jordan Tillery, another dog.
Jordan
another
Tillery.
dog, man. Hey, man, I remember seeing him going down in Miami. Both of y'all was going crazy.
Yeah.
But he was windmilling. He was going crazy. Crazy athlete, man. And honestly, people slept on him.
He's a dog.
Super dog.
He's a dog. His time is coming.
For sure.
And we all know his time is coming. So
for sure.
Jordan Ford, him and
Shooter.
Yamari are at Panola College in JUCO right now, grinding.
Yeah.
To be able to play with those guys in my last season of AAU, I definitely did not take it for granted. Unfortunately, we came up short, lost in the Elite Eight to Indiana Elite, who beat us that year actually.
But hey, man, let's not give that too. Let's not get too negative with
we're
that.
We're not trying to get too negative.
Season,
I'm just saying what happened.
Great season overall.
Great season overall. Nobody expected us. Nobody expected us to go top. We went top 5. We was top 5 in the league.
And
with the team that people said that wasn't even gonna scratch.
Exactly.
The bracket.
People like to count you out. People like to say you don't. You can't lead. It's a lot of talk. In the audience, but shout out CB, man. Great year to coach y'all up and and get y'all them dubs. People don't understand. I went through a whole AAU season, few losses. People don't really want to talk about that, but for real, few losses. Coming back to the scene.
Some losses that we just as a team, we just know we're not supposed to lose to them.
Yeah, but I'm saying but great season overall. It's just a huge expectation everybody didn't have against y'all, and that kind of got swept under the rug.
Yeah, 100%.
Y'all deserve flowers for that.
100%.
Going into that Miami, I want to bring that back up because you called a crazy body.
Yeah.
So, hey, I remember talking to your cousin, and that was a crazy one. I remember it was a break, and then you threw it ahead, and then I was like, all right, kind of disappeared for a second.
I did.
And then you sprinted super fast to get that lob. So I'm like, yo, what? Then he threw it back up. I'm like, yo, where you throwing this at? It was crazy.
It was.
I'm like, dang, it erupted the whole gym. So,
It did. That moment was, I already knew it. I already had made my mind up. And me and Jordan still talk about it to this day. Jordan really wanted to go boom something.
Yeah.
But I think me tossing it to him early, he kind of knew I want this one. This one's going to me. So
I seen that.
Definitely caught that man off guard. He didn't expect that. So
oh yeah, for sure. But nobody really expected, because type of player you are, you can do it everything. You do it all. So leading into that, y'all next game y'all beat I think SOH. Yeah, SOH. Shauna Beeve. And then after that season, I think that was one of the successful seasons, from a guard. I seen personally. So I definitely got to give you flowers for that. And then after that, going into DME, I know it was a huge move, a huge decision for you. Mm-hmm. So talk about that DME season, man. It was a season where it's a huge change coming back to Florida. Mm-hmm. Huge transition back, and you had a lot to prove, kind of in a way.
Yeah, I really just came back to be back home with my family and my siblings, because I was obviously gone for the 2 years, Sunrise, and then go to OTE. Obviously out of state. I just wanted to finish at home, and finish it the right way. My dad was an assistant coach. Shout out Coach Matt from DME for allowing my family to be a part of something special. But yeah, that transition was great. I think it definitely played a pivotal role in my development in terms of, stepping in and being that leader that I need to be. to be able to lead a team. And that's definitely what Pops and Coach Matt just preached to me. Like, you got to be a leader. You got to step up and be a leader. You got to be vocal at all times. You got to be constantly communicating, just raising the energy every single game. And that was needed for us to win. And they just kept saying it. If you don't bring the energy, we're not going to win games. Just plain and simple. So I think I definitely grew in that aspect.
Yeah, and I remember seeing, going to the first couple practices, I was, there. And I seen it, I seen that from day one that she was, trying to root the guys, the young guys, get everybody on board, prove this team that can win, So, like, it was a lot of ups and downs throughout the season, but y'all came out on top, winning the championship. But it was a couple of great performances. Obviously, I got to bring up the 50-point game against, what else, Dream City?
Dream City, yeah.
Dream City, 50-point game. Like, that had to be your first year really, like, well, not first year, but first game to, like, that was scoring your career high in high school, right?
Yeah.
So tell me what was going in your mind.
I blacked out.
Blacked out?
I blacked out.
What?
I didn't even know that I had 50. I was just so focused on winning that game because we were down the whole game pretty much. And I just did whatever I could to just, try to pull out a win.
Word.
So I completely blacked out. When they told me, like, yo, you have 50, I'm like, oh, for real?
Yeah.
I was like, for real?
Crazy. I mean, then you ended the game with a game winner, right?
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
Crazy. And then I ended up
sequence.
hearing, like, throughout the season, y'all played them 3 times, so y'all beat them 3 times straight?
Twice.
Twice?
We beat them twice. We beat them in Miami, and then we beat them in City of Palms.
Okay, got you. So I know that was a great experience going to City of Palms, so how you felt about that?
That was a great one. That was a great tournament as well. We ended up losing the dynamic. And dynamic's a really good team, but I feel like we just we didn't play our best. I didn't play my best either. I ain't scared to say I went 9 for 29.
Listen, I mean,
I ain't scared to say it.
It's a tough game. Like, highly ranked team, and then all the things that was going on in that game. I believe it was getting physical.
It was.
I believe it was a lot. It was a lot of like pretty much like things that was going on within, like, ups and downs, shooting wise. But still, like, that's a huge game, and no matter what, it just shows your intensity throughout the whole.
Yeah, I just kept going. I was gonna keep letting it fly. So. But that next game, we played Dream City again. We already knew this guy on report. We already knew what it was. It was going to come out playing hard, especially after that loss that they had at the buzzer.
Yeah. But still tough to beat the team twice.
Still tough to beat the team twice for sure. But, team stepped up. We stepped up, and myself, I did step up as well. But it definitely was a team effort for sure. So. For
sure. So, yeah, man, that whole DME season, man. And then, last thing, too, with the DME, it was another game. Like, it was a lot of great games throughout the season going to, Columbus. That was a game to experience, go down to Miami, IMG games. Then it was one game where it was it could have been potentially a crazy game winner. I forgot to post this type of stuff. But you hit one, it was like a full court pass or something, and you caught it in the corner, and then you shot it. You made it.
Oh, Riviera Prep.
Yeah.
At IMG.
Crazy game. That was crazy.
That was a crazy game. I was sick. I was very, very sick.
I knew it had to be something.
I was very sick.
Something
very sick. I was throwing up before the game.
Yeah.
So I definitely wasn't feeling my best. But, if you look back at it, that ball got off.
Low key, I said low key. That's low key. People don't really want to talk about it though.
I don't want to talk about it. But
low key,
you
did get that one off.
I got that one off. But
yeah,
that
it was a crazy shot.
That would have been the craziest.
Like, I'm talking about fading out of bounds, high arcing shot.
I don't rather know to say that was my best buzzer beater if it would have counted.
Yeah, that would have been by far.
I think that would have been the best buzzer beater, but obviously the buzzer beater to cap off 50 as well.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been up there.
Yeah, for sure.
That would have been up there for sure.
It was crazy. That was a crazy game. But shifting gears again. Those last couple experiences, man, down the stretch, going into the McDonald's All-American game. It's crazy. It's already been one whole year. One full year with everything that transpired. Throughout my life. A lot of things that happened within my life, personal life. But a lot of things that happened throughout this whole season, in college. But let's take it back and talk about, that whole experience with McDonald's All-American. I remember that had to be my first time filming in an NBA arena.
Yep.
So I just felt the environment. I felt the, you know, the
The
history.
energy and the history, for sure.
And being on the NBA floor, like with all the fans and celebrities, you know, I think low key the McDonald's All-American game kind of down this year, but that experience though, man, especially talking about one of the best freshman classes in the country right now, you know, just talk about that, like that feeling, you know, being a starting point guard in the McDonald's All-American game.
Yeah, man, that feeling was great. I actually was coming off an injury at that time, so definitely was a little rusty going into the into the games, but that experience was great, man.
Yeah.
You're in New York. You're in New York.
New York, man. One of
You're
my
in New
favorite
York
cities.
City, man.
One of my favorite
Like,
cities.
There's no better place to be to hoop in New York because everybody's gonna come out. All the celebrities gonna come out.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's gonna be there. So being
Glorilla
in
was
Brooklyn
there.
and, you know, practicing at the Nets facility and stuff like that, like, it was a great time.
Yeah.
I had a very fun time. Won the 3-point contest.
Yeah. Hey, man, people slept on that, man. Like,
Won the 3-point
was
contest.
broke a record, right?
28, yeah, 28. I honestly could have had 30, but I went 1 for 5 on the left
rack.
wing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that
the
kind
left
of
one.
irked me, but to know that I could have had 30, but
And finished it off with a turnaround
finished
three.
it off with a
And then competed in a dunk
in
contest.
the dunk contest.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Hey.
If only I was loose, I would have had more tricks in my bag.
facts.
I would have tried something else, but
Facts.
it was a great experience overall. That whole weekend was fun.
I enjoyed myself as well, man. Like, I love New York, you know, being in that facility. And then even just being in the back, you know in like behind the scenes, you know, seeing Glorilla taking pictures with y'all, that was dope to see that. And then standing right there with the intros, like just to hear that, like Mikel Brown Jr. in front of like, you know, hundreds people being there. So like that was definitely a crazy experience to see that, like, you know, front and center. Like, and it's just like it's still kind of in awe. Like, I see you as a family member to me, but like still in awe. Like, dang, man, like I really like genuinely feel, you know, I'm happy for you, you know, to be in this, you know, be in this state of mind and being where you at today. So that was you know, that was a great experience. I'm happy to be a part, you know,
Absolutely,
of everything. Man. So after that, I believe we occurred with the C. Brickley event. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, that's probably was one of the second most dope events I ever been to as well.
Dope. It definitely was dope.
Chicago.
One day, Chicago was beautiful at that time when we went there too. It was beautiful out there.
For sure.
That whole experience was great. You know, I knew most of the guys. I knew dang near everybody there. You know, specifically like my boy K3, K the Mag One. Shout out K3.
Shout out K3. K3
K3
was definitely cool, man. Shout out to him. People, you might not know this, but K3 gave me his shoes, man.
Really?
He gave me his shoes, yeah.
K3, okay.
Gave me his shoes, man. Like,
Right,
shout out to
boy,
him.
let me find out you being a good guy around here.
Yeah, shout out to
That's my
K3,
dog.
man.
Shout out K3, man.
Yeah, he
But
did his thing too.
Yeah, it was a great experience. You know, playing 1-on-1 in the morning.
Yeah,
obviously,
meeting Chris Brickley and
meet Chris Brickley.
how was that vibe?
That vibe was great. He's a very cool dude.
Yeah,
very down to earth.
Showed a lot of support.
Just
with
about
you.
work.
Yeah,
Just about work. Just about, you know, hunger and just trying to get better.
Yeah,
you know, that's what me and him talked about. Just trying to get better every single day. So
yeah, he's swaggy, man. Like, he definitely hard worker and cool. Like, off the rip, like when you kind of plugged me in with him, like, it was cool. Like, let me, you know, get all the access I needed. And everything was kind of set up last minute, but gave me every access I needed. Yeah, been a cool dude to me. So
cool.
Shout out for him letting me through.
Shout out C.
And then
Brick.
playing in that, we played in the whole skyscraper.
Yeah, man.
Like,
yeah, man.
that's crazy, bro. That was a dope
Elite
experience
views.
as well.
Elite views.
Crazy views, bro.
Elite
like,
views.
I was saying, like, seeing the city.
Yeah.
Playing on a platform like that.
Playing on that platform. Then when we walked down to get changed, like, you could see that the United Center straight on.
Word. And then, boom, I got a clip for you. Everybody, I want to say, you know, how they say, play the clip. You know, where you was like, pretty much it was like, hey, man, like, I'm going to be playing in that arena.
That arena
soon.
one day. Soon.
In one day. So, hey, man, like, stay tuned for that, y'all,
Stay
man.
tuned.
Like, you know, things didn't work. But leading to that, though, you know, you was talking about the one-on-one, right? So, like, obviously, like, I can see a one-on-one guy. So I got to ask the question, are you tuned in to the one-on-one scenes that's going on right now, like the Ball is Life?
I'm not.
You're not tuned in?
I'm not.
What?
I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm not.
Why? All right. Give me a reason, though.
Reason?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been watching. First of all, I've been watching March Madness.
March Madness, okay.
Ever since we lost, but
okay.
Even then, I've been just watching March Madness. I've been watching a lot of NBA games.
Okay,
I haven't been really like tuned into like the YouTube aspect of like 101 and stuff. So
okay, but do you know at least like some of the guys throughout the scene?
I know Javon Quinterly was in a couple of 101. Nas.
Isaiah Briscoe was Isaiah Briscoe. That was a huge game.
I know those guys. Okay, that's the only ones that I've seen. So I'm not really tapped in for real.
Okay, but this going off of the 101s that I've been seeing, man. Like you always been locked in and killing. So obviously you was 101 MVP up there in C. Brickley. So I know those matchups was definitely like high level.
High level.
Good bump
reps.
For sure.
High level reps.
Now I remember you winning the Donovan Mitchell Camp 101 game MVP as well in that. So like tell me your thought process in the 101 vibe. Like are you locked in?
Man,
that's what you do.
I'm locked in, but that's just me.
That's what you do, right? Like you creative like that,
just
right?
Creative. Just try stuff. I mean, obviously at the end of the day, it's to win. But I like to work on my stuff. Like I like to work on moves that I could, partially use in the game. Yeah. Like, I don't like to play multiple dribbles because I just think that's unrealistic. Yeah. And I think, playing 3 dribbles, like, you have to really pick your spots and get creative and find separation. Yeah. And I think that's what a part of my game that really nobody sees just because I play like within the system. But also like I said, like I say all the time, if you need me to get a bucket, I'll get a bucket. Like I work on my game way too much for that. So
facts. And that's what the 1v1 scene is about, in the YouTube world. Guys like my guy Nas, really, really type of worker. Like he's really a worker and really he work on everything that he does. So big dog, So it's like you really got to have game, type of mindset, really have that type of game to be flexible like that. So
you just got to be free as well too. Like I just look at 101 as just like free. Mm-hmm. Like just you're not thinking about anything. You're just going off a feel. And like I said, man, like I think as a guard, you need to be able to create your own shot. So I would always play 101 all the time growing up, playing against the older guys, playing against Aubrey Dawkins. Mm-hmm. Shout out Aub.
Yeah, shout out Aubrey, man.
Shout out Aub. He's doing his thing. Playing against him, he'll come back to the States and I'll play him a lot in 101. Can't wait till he gets back because I got something for him when he gets back.
Okay.
I'm popping it a little bit. Okay. So can't wait to see my boy. But ones is my thing. I love playing 101. Okay. I love playing 101. So
that's tough, man. It's tough. But also, I just want to shout out to your brand, Mikel Brown Elite, man. Like it's a huge thing people don't talk about. He made history, man. First kid in high school to have his own AAU basketball team. Mm-hmm. That's dope to have, man. So like, just talk about how that's been. How that's been growing every year now. This is going to be year 2, right? Yeah. So, talk about, we got a little one coming up, man, Zach.
Yeah, man.
Zach Brown. So shout out to Zach, man. I see him. Brown, he might not see me, like he might not think I see him, but I see him coming, bro. Like I see him coming up.
Man, the growth between the first year and the second year is crazy. We have grades 4th all the way up to 17U. So we're in it. We're in it from the ground up. So. Mm-hmm.
And you got girls.
And they got girls as well, girls and boys. Just the growth that the program has, gone through, and the I would say like the development. Mm-hmm. I think the people that were with me when I grew up and that developed me are doing the same thing to the kids that are in the program, and I think that's just gonna help everybody in the long term that comes through the program. Like you're gonna be a better basketball player, but you're also gonna be a better person. We're preparing you for life as well. So I think that's an emphasis.
Yeah, shout out BJ Elite. So yeah, last couple of things I just want to talk about. Like obviously 2K, man. Like when I seen a post of 2K, seeing you in the game, I was like, whoa! Like I don't even be on the game like that. But I was like, hold on. Maybe I need to make a return back to the 2K scene because I was really like that though at one point in time. And I would say back in 2013, 2013, yeah, 2K13 was probably that was the prime of 2K though. To be honest,
between 13 and I'll say 13 and 17.
Yeah. Wait,
17. 2K17.
yeah, and 13.
I think it's the best 2K ever.
That's debatable.
We're 16.
Okay.
16 or 17.
16, yeah, 16. I get that. That's when I grew, got
16.
out of high school. So yeah, the 2K seems crazy, but to see yourself in the game, man, so is that I don't know too much about it. So is that do they got teams already?
They're gonna have teams.
College teams.
They're gonna have teams next year.
Next year, okay.
I think
But you're going to be in the game next in the college scene already.
I should be on a college team. I don't know if they're dropping it this next season.
Okay.
Or they're gonna drop it next year.
All I know is it's in the works, and it looks crazy. It looks just like you, obviously.
The face cam was crazy. It was actually crazy accurate. It was almost scary how accurate it was.
Did you see the overall your rating and stuff?
I did. I think it said 91, if I'm not mistaken.
What?
On my team, yeah.
Yeah, hey, now that's gonna be crazy.
They did their thing with the ratings. Besides my drive and dunk, I think my drive and dunk is 75.
Drive and dunk 75.
But everything else, they did their thing. So
okay, that's good to see for sure.
Definitely did their thing.
Nah, that's crazy, bro. Just seeing yourself in the game and then possibly being in the NBA, that's gonna be even another.
It's crazy.
Another dream.
I'm about to work my way up. They're gonna give me a 75 overall, 70 overall.
Yeah,
I'm doing that.
Facts. Yeah, man. So just wrapping it up. Lastly, with being in the college season, I know the whole college season was fast this year. So the best moments I want to talk about. Obviously, people don't know though, but I believe your dream school was North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So just talking about playing in that type of arena, all the games that I know there's been a lot of huge big moments of your career in college. Being freshman, first team or freshman team. Let's talk about your biggest moments. Playing in that arena, and the 50-point game. Talk about your biggest moments in college.
Yeah. Well, obviously, you you have the Blue Bloods circled on your calendar.
Mm-hmm. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Kentucky, Duke, North Carolina. To be able to play in that North Carolina gym in the Dean Dome was crazy. It was packed out. I think it was a whiteout. Or a blue, one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
But it was crazy. That atmosphere was just great to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the type games that you work for, or those are the type games that you work so hard to be in that position to be able to play at the highest level against those type of dudes. It was great. And then obviously, that 45-point game in NC State. I tell people all the time, that whole vibe that day was just different. From when I left from shoot around to going home to, watching film. I watched film with, my pops and my uncles about a couple of hours before the game.
Mm-hmm.
That whole vibe that day was just different.
Yeah.
And
I can see that
everybody,
you could see
it. You could just see it. It just felt different that day.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I was it's going to be a great day today. So
yeah. Facts. And then possibly could have had 50 though. Missed the bang out.
I missed the bang out. I missed a couple of open threes that I thought were going in the rim. Definitely could have been a 50 ball.
For sure could have been 50 ball, but 10 threes, man, broke a record. You broke a record, man, as a freshman. In the ACC at that too.
Mm-hmm.
So people don't really, want to give you your credit. But and I'm obviously I'm gonna be biased, but at the same time I like to be neutral, keep it real with you. And it's this whole freshman class is crazy, but what you've done this season, man, people really need to give you, your credit what you done, man. And people don't really know you like that, bro. They don't know how you rock, what your mindset is. So through this whole season, it's always, adversaries in your career. But main thing with you, you got a level head, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't see that. And but that's been built through you as a kid, and from your dad. So shout out to CB, man. CB is definitely doing his thing, man. And behind the scenes, people don't know. And I've been a part of this, from the beginning, knowing that he's always been a solid dude, and he's going to keep it real with you. So definitely want to shout out to the season, man, of Louisville, but you deserve everything that you got, man. And honestly, just want to put out. I mean, I don't know if you want to put out there, maybe in the future, what's your mindset going into this summer, and is it a possible? Are we possibly going to see you in the draft?
Yeah, I don't know just yet. I'm still, weighing my options, talking to my team and talking to my family. When that day comes, I'll announce it. But right now, I'm just, keeping my head down, working every day, making sure my body's healthy, making sure my game is sharp, and my mind is clear. So it's taking it day by day.
Facts. So yeah, man. I just want to wrap it up, man. Just tell everybody to keep tuning in to Greenlight Views. You know, it's been a crazy year.
Stay tuned.
And we got a lot coming. You know, so coming in within behind the scenes, everything. So you know, stay tuned to the season with Greenlight Views and the podcast. And shout out to everybody. I appreciate everybody that supported. Shout out to the Browns family again. I love y'all family, and we continue to you know, make more memories. So shout out to y'all. Man. Y'all stay tuned. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.